Good morning, gentlemen and ladies. If anyone is listening, well, my somebody's listening. Anyway, good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to UkraineDating.tv, the world's first and only by donation video platform that is designed for Western men to meet beautiful Slavic women and win the hearts of Ukrainian women. So today's topic is the dark side of Tinder exposed. By the way, I'm sorry I'm a little late because with technical difficulties. Okay, let me play the video and we go from there.
Tinder was groundbreaking because what it introduced is the idea that you can have casual relationships at the drop of a hat. You can be as casual as you want at the drop of a hat, and it taught people you no longer need to experience heartbreak. Just get distracted. So what happened is, when in the past, when you'd break up with someone, you'd be a little bit hurt and you'd dwell on the situation, try and self-improve, and then either get that person back or just work on yourself. That has been replaced with just download Bumble, just download Tinder. So here's what's happened. Our coping mechanisms is no longer self-improvement. Our coping mechanisms are, how do I find somebody else? And as a result, we're going from one trauma to the other trauma, carrying that baggage with us and projecting it. So I think Tinder was the devil's workshop for marriage. Yeah, it's exactly what the devil ordered for marriages, because it completely distracts and takes away the commitment element in relationships.
Well, I have to agree with her on this one because it's true. Nowadays, just one click, one swipe, and there's a new date for you, guaranteed. I like I mentioned before. Me personally, I don't have any social media. I used to have Instagram and for my food, like I mentioned before, but even then I mostly I posted pictures of my food and some of my art and stuff, but a few pictures of myself, and still guys would be in my DMs every day, like, oh, hello my queen and beautiful and blah blah blah, and I was not even out there looking for anything. I was just sharing my recipes with people because I want people to eat healthy food like I do. So that was my motivation for having a social media, not for meeting people. But I mean, I've heard about Tinder. I've never had it before. Bumble, I know one of my friends, she uses Bumble. Well, she used to anyway. I don't know about now because she's back to being single or whatnot. I don't know. But that's how she met her boyfriend of 4 years that they split up. Um, that was through Bumble. And I don't know, Tinder. Like I said, I don't know. I used to have like dating apps, not apps. It was a website because before that was before smartphones and stuff. It was back in the day, like in 2000, and um, I guess it was different than now. Because everything is evolving, technology evolves, and then people, I guess, their mind opens up even more to these casual hookups on over the internet. And I see that a lot of people just especially I want to say like women, because it's easier for a woman to get laid, she doesn't even have to be good looking, she doesn't have to be in good shape, she literally just has to be a female. That's about it. There, for a man to get laid, he has to have the looks, for him to eat, for him easy to get laid would be number one, he has to be very good looking. Then the woman, he has to be in good shape, and if he does not have those, or he has to have a big member, right? um Women will jump on that. Well, Western, well, I guess modern women, not Western, modern women, okay? Because I know a lot of Western women that are very traditional till this day, and nothing will change that. Again, it's the way you're raised, basically. So it's, yeah, again, the traditions are different in different countries, I guess, that's, and is the society, again, you also, the way you grow up, the way what surrounds you plays a big role on how you grow up to be, I guess, and so basically, okay, so example, my friend, before she met her boyfriend, now they split up and they were together for 4 years. It was pretty serious, but I guess they're not really that compatible. It was a toxic relationship. It was like just a roller coaster. Too good, too bad. Anyway, um, so she told me even before, she was telling me, whenever she wanted to have a dinner, she was hungry, I didn't feel like cooking, she would just get on the on the app and have a man take her out to eat, go have fun, play pool or movies or maybe a club or whatnot. And yeah, she's like, you should do the same. And I'm like, well, you know that I don't like going out to eat because I cook way better. I honestly, I just don't like going out to eat. I only like go out to eat because it's a date night. Not that I enjoy someone else's food much anyway. So, I'm a very picky eater because I cook best foods anyway. So, but okay, so yeah, it's easy nowadays. It's before, like when our grandparents were, you know, dating and stuff. I was you would either meet your husband or wife would be your neighbor or a family friend or maybe your classmate, like with somebody in the neighborhood, because people didn't have connections to opportunities to connect with people over the internet. I mean, I I didn't find out about internet till I came here to Canada. Okay, so it was in 1999, and uh, yeah, I didn't even know how to use the computer. I was just like trying to turn it on. I would just press the keyboard like this to see which button which button will turn it on. I had no clue. So, but I mean, yeah, that's my point. Nowadays, people just, espe- especially modern women these days, because it's like I said, it's easier for a woman to get laid, whether she's pretty or ugly. There will be no shortages of men that want to sleep with any woman. You know, it's easier for women to get laid. Period. It's no matter what. So yeah, for a man, he has to be attractive, or he has to have a lot of money, right? Just a regular Joe can't just go and get laid by five women in one day. But any ugly woman can go and be like, "Hey, I'm free. You want some?" And men will line up. Men will line up. They won't even care what she looks like, because it's not that easy for them. But for women, it's like next, next. So that's the mentality of modern women these days, because they have the abundance of these men sitting there waiting for them to reply. Because then I bet these men are desperate as well. They paste and copy or just send out the same message to like 200 women and maybe one will reply, right? But for a woman, she goes into her DMs and there's at least five guys, even if she's ugly. It doesn't matter, right? But let alone a good looking woman. All she has to do is just post a few pictures of herself on the internet, and then guys will just be all over it. Um, that's why it's become so easy. So people don't even fight for relationships anymore. Little fuck up here and then that's it. Oh, that's it. Or you don't want to get my nails done, you don't want to pay for this, you don't want to pay for that, or you don't give me enough time, or you like this girl's picture, and then it's just people don't value, they don't, you know relationships, love is work. It's not just, oh, I have feelings for you, so that's it. I don't have to do anything. I just have feelings. That's all you did. Have my feelings, okay? No, you have to work on the relationships. That's why when you get married, uh, it's the pre says it's for better or for worse. But nowadays, it seems that, um, you okay. he didn't say I look good in this dress, or he didn't open the car door for me. Okay, well, you know how many guys I got there waiting for me, but and that's it. Women just move on. Okay, next. So this guy, and then by watching all this social media, also getting this unrealistic, entitled, what's the what I'm looking for? Expectations. That's there. That's what I was looking for. Expectations that, oh, I want like $200,000 for engagement ring. I was watching this video yesterday for some for just watch YouTube videos about modern dating, and this woman, she's barely a five with makeup on, barely. Like, I I can tell if a woman is beautiful, a woman is beautiful. I'd give her a 10, but no, she was barely a five with makeup on. And what she was saying, she's like, "Oh, my therapist tells me, my dating coach and my therapist, they tell me that I deserve a billionaire and that I deserve, you know, 200,000, $250,000 ring, because here I am, I have a job, I have two jobs, and blah blah blah. I pull my own weight, but yet I want a man who's going to be a provider, because his money is our money, but my money is my money." Like this kind of mentality. And I'm looking at her like, no. I mean, if I was a guy, honestly, I'd rather pay for the hooker. Probably cost me cheaper than to be with someone like her. And the entitlement, and this is what I'm talking about. This that social media is ruining people. That's why I stay the heck away. And people don't even realize that once they're glued to the screen, they're just always comparing their life to someone's life that's better, you know and, oh, well, she look at her, like her husband or her boyfriend got her this ring. It's like it cost him $50,000, and you got me one, you spent like $2,000 on mine. I don't want this junk. Get me something better. And that's the thing, that just, like I said, it just ruins people's perspective on life. It's all about what do you got for me? What are you offering me? um like, you're supposed to come into my life and make me happy. That's the mentality of modern women these days, that it's a man's job to come to her life and take the burden of paying the bills and paying everything for her, um providing and protecting, while she can still have the social media and be, posting pictures, and then saying that, oh, this is woman empowerment, or whatever the crap they say it. Yeah, it empowers me, having like tons of pictures in my bikini, my ass sticking out and stuff like this. But if a man if you- her if her man doesn't like it, she calls them insecure, not thinking that that's just total disrespect to her man, and yeah, and this is the mentality. It's like, okay, well, you don't like it, I'm gonna find myself somebody who's gonna put up with this. And women these days, they test men right off the bat. It's like, how much money you're willing to spend on a dinner, and they judge men based on how much money they're willing to spend on the first date. And if it's not cutting it, well, I need 5-star restaurant dinner, or I need this, or I need that. I need you to pay for my nails. I need you to pay for my hair. It's like, well, whatever happened to you being so independent, like woman power, woohoo, girl power, right? Boss lady, but yet it doesn't really apply in real life. It applies in these modern women's head, yeah. It's like, yes, I'm the boss lady, I work so hard, I make money, and this and that, but I want the man to come into my life, make me happy, because I'm miserable for whatever reason it is. That why am I so miserable? I don't know why. Because maybe because all these women these days will so want to be so masculine, and it's not natural for a woman to be masculine. Okay, it's just not natural. That's why when they become masculine, that it messes with their psyche. I it's my personal opinion. Masculinity only goes with males, born males, not transition males or whatever you want to call that. But anyway, I guess I only have one viewer today, and the reason why is because, yeah, technical difficulties. I usually have like at least 12 people. I'm pretty sure I know who is sitting there watching me. Hello, my one and only. Anyway, I guess since nobody else is watching me, I can just do whatever I want, right? Anyway, let's get back to my. So yeah, I mean, again, like I said before, when I had my Instagram, I'd have so many people, so many men, and I would even tell sometimes, I would entertain, I'd be bored, so I would entertain the idea of answering and say, hey, well, no, I not interested. I got a man, and they'd be like, well, does your man have this much money? Does your man have this? Does he have this car? And it's like I didn't even have a man. Well, I did, but it was very messed up relationship. But anyway, so I'd be like, yeah, no, I got a man, but does he have this? Does he have that? It's like, who cares what he's got? Like, I got a man. That's the bottom line. So, um, and now let's see my comments. Oh shoot, yes, I have some see my comments. Oh, Irina, is that? Yes, dear. I'm watching you because I like the topic. And what it was supposed to be your topic, Irina. By the way, it wasn't supposed to be mine. Mine was supposed to be something else, but anyway, so here I am. To do last Sunday, I had the same situation. Three, four people, and I thought something was wrong with the internet. No, today, well, they sent out a different topic for people to join, so here I am. I wasn't even prepared for it, but and a good thing I caught it because I would be on my topic in a different studio today. But anyway, I guess people will come as they come. I'm fine. So anyway, yeah. So I stay away from social media. First of all, I was actually watching this video earlier while I was getting ready, and so why the Gen Z aging like milk compared to millennials, right? And again, it goes back to the screen time. People just on their phones 24/7, just scrolling, swiping all day long. Like, because I take public transit. I don't have a driver's license yet. Well, and so whenever I take a bus, go to the gym, I take a bus. So I would be on the bus listening to my music, and it's like literally everybody on the bus on the phone everywhere you go, like people walking just super glued to their phone. They're not even watching crossing the road. They're not watching if there's a car coming. Now this, like, is it really that important to look at your freaking screen and not and then lose your life or get hit by a car or a bus? Why it's like people with technology these days, it's everywhere. Anywhere you go, people go to the washroom and sit on the toilet with their phone. Like, who does that? Like, who does that? Do people enjoy sitting on the toilet and scrolling down and swiping? It is so weird to me. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I will never get it. I don't take my phone in the bathroom ever. Just I go and do my business and get the hell out of there. Like, why do you want to sit there and smell your own poop and just watch useless stuff over and over and over again? Because what I remember when I had Instagram, I was addicted. I would be on it half the day and just scrolling down and scrolling through and just seeing the same posts reposted, but this person and that person, it's all the same crap recycled. And I just realized how much time I was wasting. Now I I don't, like I said, I don't have any uh social media. Also, all I do is just my free time. I read and I paint. I'm working on some my art project, and I have a few more because I'm working on my art portfolio. Um, and then I wanna do the exhibition of the gallery of my paintings at this coffee shop downtown. But anyway, yes, yes. Well, and yes, women should not be masculine. Well, that's the thing. Like in the West, um, women just I see, and it's like they're proud of being masculine. They're like, oh yeah, we don't need men. And then I don't know if anybody's seen it, but there was this trend on well, at least on YouTube. Men go and asking women on the streets, where would you, if you were stuck in the woods, would you rather be stuck in the woods with a man or a bear? And guess who they pick? They picked the freaking bear. I'm like, okay, well, what? I mean, it's funny. It's funny to hear this. Like, really, you would rather be there with a bear than with a man? I'm sure. I know men would probably prefer to be with a bear. At least the bear won't nag them all this time. Like, they'll just eat them and be done with it. But it's not good when a woman is swearing or pretend like talking to. I noticed a lot of these modern women, they like to degrade men, talk down to them, thinking they're all this and they're all that, when in reality they're not even all that, full of fake hair and fillers. And I mean, the 20, like people in their 20s also, it's a trend that they start getting these fillers everywhere, and Botox and lip injections and cheek implants and all this kind of stuff, and they're aging like milk, not like fine wine. And to have the audacity to think that they're even hot. Like, again, to each their own. Like, there's a saying in Russian, um, for every product there's a consumer, right? Anyway, so yeah, I mean, there are people that like big butts, like men. Some like big butts, some like big boobs, some like petite women, some like big women. So yeah, there's a consumer for every product, right? But and some seems obviously like women dominating them. That's why there's dominatrix, and people get paid, well, women get paid a lot of money to do that stuff. So I guess, like I said, but you guys are here not for this kind of stuff. You want to find yourself a good woman that will love you, that will be your peace, not your chaos. And you're looking for feminine women, and Ukrainian women are very feminine. We like to look good. We like to take care of ourselves. We don't like all this fake stuff. Also, we like to look good, and then be in good shape. So if you go to Ukraine, you won't see fat women out there. Not many. I mean, the only fat women in Ukraine are grandmas. That's it, pretty much. And then some men. There's not that many fat or obese people in Ukraine. People don't have that much food to eat. So, um, that's another thing. Like, we like to, yeah. It's like I say, it's, I don't know. I find it very weird when a woman talks like a man. Is, ugh. I Not for me. I was raised by feminine women. Um, Always dressed like women. Skirts, dresses, heels. Like my grandma, she's very good taste. She always dressed so good, and my mom even made her own clothes and made mine when I was a kid. She used to make um, uh, matching outfits for her and I. and everybody thought she was my bigger sister, and then everybody thought my grandma was my mom. Anyway, so да, да, на каждый товар свой покупатель, 100%, да, да. Yeah, I guess 6 people today, not that many, but anyway, yeah. So I don't know. Y- mm, and yeah, of course, you guys would probably have questions about our women, but our women are all vetted. I keep mentioning that they want to get married, they want to have a serious relationship. They want to be with one man, and just maybe start a family. If they're older, then obviously not to have kids because the clock has run out. But they want to spend the rest of their lives with one man and be in loving, caring relationship. And I know Ukrainian women are very nurturing. I know it for myself and the women that I grew up around. My grandma, even though she was also making money, she was making as much money as my grandpa was. And he would always give her the paycheck because she was good with budgeting and paying the bills, because she was on top of this. He was on top of other things. She was in charge of cooking, cleaning. That was her thing. She was in charge of growing vegetables, fruits, all this kind of stuff. Grandpa did the dirty work, right? Then he was a very handy man. So I really admired that about my grandpa. He was my role model. I've always wanted to have a boyfriend like my grandpa, to be honest with you, and now I got one, and I'm happy. It might not be as handy as my grandpa was, but I don't think it. Then again, different generations, right? But that's okay. I'm a handy woman. So anyway, so the point is that that those dynamics work pretty well for my grandparents. She's very feminine. She always dressed very nice, and that's why I was. And like, if you go to Ukraine, or like, actually not just Ukraine, like Slavic countries, like Eastern European countries, Russia, you go, women always dress nice. They always have heels. Well, maybe nowadays, because the West is influencing, of course, um, the East with a lot of running shoes, which I know at this point, I if when I go out on date night, like dates with my man, then of course I dress up. I wear high heels and nice shoes, dresses, cocktail dresses, or something very beautiful. But if I'm just going somewhere, like going to the store, or like going to the gym or the library by myself, I just wear something very casual that I don't really stand out. Don't really like attention from people. So I am in a way Canadianized. I've been here for 25 years. It will be 26 this May. Upcoming. So yeah. But yeah. So uh, yeah. Social media. I don't. Yeah, it's easy. I mean, if you go on these apps, you just, as far as I know, from what I know, it's you swipe left, or one left is for something. Okay, so let's pretend. Okay, so left would be yes, or right is no. Anyway, and so that you can literally just match up with. I don't know how many people in their databases, but I'm thinking like probably millions, right? Tinder is known all over, no, all over the world. Well, at least in the West, anyway. So yeah, and then I know people that have met through Tinder and got married and live happily ever after, and it's been like over a decade, and they're very happy, and they didn't even think it was gonna lead anywhere because they were gonna just hook up or something. And then I guess it went well, and they went on a date, clicked. But chances are, clicking with somebody on Tinder, it's easy from what I understand, because you just swipe, right? There's no really uh you don't know if you're compatible with the person. Really, it's like, yeah, okay, you like what she looks like, but the looks can be deceived, and especially nowadays with the technology. Man, people catfish. Whoo, people catfish. I even sometimes I've seen these videos, and there's a show called Catfish or something like this. When I'm cleaning or cooking, I would have YouTube playing, and it's like whatever comes on next, I leave it alone because it just keeps me company. I just like somebody talking while I'm busy cleaning. Um, so yeah, and then catfishing, and then I could just hear because I wasn't watching, so I was just hearing, and then I heard, ew, oh my god, and then so I came to my iPad, and then I looked, and people, what they do with the Photoshop, it's like, yeah, you can tell that the person is that person, only the person in person is 300 pounds more than they said they were or looked that they were. Like, for example, even my man was telling me, one of his best friends, he's a good looking dude. I think he's 60 or something. He doesn't look his age, and he's high quality man. He's got a good job. He's got his shit together, so and he's pretty good looking. He's very kind. I've met him a couple of times. He's a nice guy. So, and he's British, so he has his British accent, and yeah, I mean, he's got these apps like every other day. It's like a different date, and so one time he likes to send pictures to my man to show him, oh, I'm going on a date with this woman, and then my man be like, okay, good for you, go. Best friends, right? So he sent him a picture, and then my man showed it to me, and so his friend was telling him, he's like, yeah, I went to meet up with her, and then she shows up, and it's like, first of all, she's 20 years, that picture was 20 years ago and 50 pounds ago as well. So so it's it's hard to it's hard to know, right? And I'm sure you'll be questioning if our women are fake or real or fake, but just go check them out. And like I mentioned before, our women are vetted. We have a reputation that we want to keep, and I told you that Anna and Joe, the founders of this match guarantee, um, they that's they opened this. They started this business because that's what they believe in, through love, which I do too. And up until I met my man, I didn't believe in it either. I'm here because I believe in it. I believe in this product, and I know that we have good women here that want to have a good relationship. They want to be submissive. They want to make the man happy. They want to cook for him, want to give him massages, like all sorts of things, that money can can buy, I guess, but it's not, well, not really, no, because love you can't buy. You can buy, you can buy a good plate, dinner plate. Yes, you can buy that. You can buy sex, obviously. You can buy massages, obviously, all these things, yes. But when it comes from a person that you love and loves you, it changes the whole entire world, the way you look at the world. Because I was a bitter person. I was a bitter person before I met my man. I gave up on everything. I gave up on my life. I was just like, you know what, this is just horrible, all this dating, and I didn't even want to get back into dating, and I was done. And but I met him, and I believe that there is a person for everybody, right? And I'm not saying that you're gonna find the right, like your soulmate with us. Yeah, like we say, we guarantee you a match, and maybe more than one, because we have so many women and they're so wonderful and they have so many good qualities. You just need to really do the first move and check our ladies out. They're all ages, and Ukrainian women don't have a problem with dating somebody who is significantly older. I know some Ukrainian women that dating men 15, 20 years older, right? Again, age is just a number. Yes, of course. Again, but again, you have to be compatible with the person, right? Like I mentioned before, we have this one client who is in his 60s, early 60s. He doesn't look it. He looks like he's in his early 40s, right? And our matchmaker, she's been a matchmaker for a long, 25 plus years of experience. So she found him a woman, but the she was beautiful. He really liked her. He thought she was very good looking, and um, but she was 20 years younger than him. So that was a no for him. So he said, no, I don't want to, that's it. Don't. But the matchmaker, she stood her ground. She's like, no, I know that this is the right woman for you, even though, yes, the age gap is a little scary, but I am convinced you two are going to hit it off. They hit it off, and now they're already engaged. So there you have it, So, uh, again, the Ukrainian women, just because we're a lot more mature for our age, even when we are young. So, and I know I've always been attracted to older men, even when I was in my teenage years too. So, um, so you guys just honestly try it out. It's like it's you have a month for free. Try it out. Chit chat with ladies. Like boost your confidence a little bit. You can just date and, like I said, get some pointers how what to do on dates. You can just come and ask me questions. I'm here to answer your questions. Let's see what you got to say here. Okay. You seem to hold strong to Slavic mentality, but how likely is a lady to bed poisoned by the Western mentality and lose a good conservative morals? A lady to bed poisoned by Western mentality. Well, I don't know. I've been here 20, almost 26 years, and my mentality won't change. It, again, I guess it depends on the person, but I know so many people that have been here for as long as I have, and their mentality doesn't change. And especially, yeah, it's one thing that when you come here, when you're still young and you're still developing, right? um yeah, you might change. Like my sister, when she came here, she was what, 3 4 years old, something like this. She was very young. So she's Canadian, and even though she speaks Russian, not that great, but yeah, I want to be honest with you, I think my Russian, no, actually my Ukrainian is probably worse than her Russian at this point, because I haven't been practicing. I understand it, but and when I try to talk, I'm like, what? I just automatically speak English. But um, again, if once you were already developed, I came here when I was almost 18, 2 months shy of being 18. So I have developed, at least my character was developed. But and I mean, we don't have underage ladies here that will come here. It's like we don't have any underage ladies here. So all the ladies that we have, one in the youngest would probably be like in their early 20s. I don't think we have anyone who's 18 years old. I really doubt that. So and again, it depends on the person. I I always tell men, if you are gonna lead with money, it doesn't matter where she comes from, and if you're just gonna give it to her, if you're gonna spoil her rotten, and you have no boundaries of your own, anybody will walk all over you. It doesn't matter how good of a person they are. Okay, I know from myself that, if yeah, I've done it before. If the person would let me walk all over them and they have no boundaries, women don't respect men that have no boundaries, period. It We can be nice to you, to Sims, we have no respect for Sims. None. Okay. So, uh, like I said, yeah, be nice to them, whatever, right? But no woman wants to be with a man that has no backbone. No, no woman. Women want alpha men. Okay, most women do. The ones that settle for better are the ones that are also better themselves, right? And but alpha females, when people say alpha females exist in nature, like chimpanzees, for example. Yeah, a lot of the times is the female chimpanzee who is the leader of the pack. She's the alpha female. In human society, that's not how it works. There's no such a thing as alpha female. Okay, in the West, from what I understand, the alpha female is the loud mouth one. That's the one that talks a lot, yells a lot, throws things around. They think that's being alpha. That's not true. The alpha female, when it comes to humans, is the one that still follows her alpha male, right? Because the man is the leader in nature. The man is always a leader. The man is always the provider. So it does apply when it comes to humans, right? Um, but men, no matter what, they want a female who will submit, who will follow his lead. And if a man cannot lead, he just does whatever the woman tells him to do, then she's not going to have any respect for him. No, Irinishka, my dad is here. Yes, my dad is here. He's the one who sponsored me here. My parents divorced. Mom back in Ukraine with my stepdad and my brother. Dad is here with my stepmom, half sister, and my stepmom's mom. But we have no relationship at all. We don't talk at all. Anyway, my stepdad raised me. He's my father. My dad is, I call him a sperm donor. Anyway, see, and this is what I'm talking about. Like my mom married my dad. She was head over heels in love with him, and Slavic Men. She was very docile. She was always quiet. She doesn't have a backbone. She does not talk back. She does what she's told to do. And I never wanted to be like her. I wanted to be like my grandma, because my grandma, even though she did what she knew was the best thing to do in the situation, no matter what it was, she always took her husband's side, even when he was wrong in public, right? But would tell him to his face, okay, honey, no, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. But she would always, have his back no matter what, anywhere else, like unless they're home, and then she can tell him the truth to his face. But if he's making a fool out of himself, saying something stupid, she'd be like, okay, Vasya, come here, zip it. Okay. Because yeah, I know that sometimes when they had parties or whatever, like holidays, and then everybody's drinking, and my grandpa would start thinking that he was being very funny, my grandma would put a cap on it. So it was a very good you know atmosphere with both of them. They were like yin and yang. They completed each other. That's what I wanted for me in my life. I wanted someone that can lead me, but also take constructive criticism, because I have my his best interest in my mind. The same thing goes for him. He wants the best for me. He pushes me. Okay, he pushes me to do better in life, and I do the same for him. I'm very supportive of his business, of his hobbies, of his aspirations. Same goes for him. So and that's how I've seen my grandparents. That's what I saw them, because most of my actually summertime, all the weekends I spent at my grandparents' place. I hated to be at my parents' place. Ugh. Anyway, so because there was so much love, there was no fighting, there was no arguing, and even misunderstandings. They would just sit down like two adults and they talk about it. Nowadays, people don't bother talking about stuff. They about their relationships, what makes them, what if there's something wrong. People just they I in the modern world, people have an issue instead of sitting down like two adults and um talk about what's bothering them and trying to figure out the solution. They just like, okay, let me F you, screw you. I've been with you for a few months. If you can't read my freaking mind, I'm just gonna swipe, 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 and then until I find another guy who will do as I say, and what modern women these days don't understand, you can't just expect to be in a relationship and the man does everything for you and then call yourself a table. Like, what do you bring to the table? I'm the table. And I keep saying, if you're just a table, you're a piece of furniture that collects dust and not being used if there's no food to put on it. Like, what's the use of the table if you have no food? Anyway, oh, Pat. Mm, Pat is back. Hi, Pat. Sorry you slept in. Oh, you better be sorry. I'm just joking. It's okay. You know what, Pat? I was late today too, as I already mentioned earlier. There was a technical difficulties, but we worked it through. So back to what I was saying. People like nowadays. I see it. I see it mostly comes from women, because women, like, when they have this Tinder, this that, they have so much attention from men. And there was even a social experiment that I saw on YouTube. So these guys, they posted on some, I think it was Tinder or Bumble. I think it was Tinder or Bumble, one of these apps, dating apps. So they posted a picture of a guy who is a definite freaking 10, like just 10 and even above 10. Very good looking, very nice body, tall, handsome, just like six pack, muscles, like just poof, wow. And they posted a picture of a leg, just a piece of leg, a fat one and a hairy one to that, with ugly pedicure. Well, actually, the absence of pedicure, and it's a woman's leg. Okay, she got more matches than the guy on in 24 hours, and by far so many more matches than he got. Then men cannot compete when it comes to dating apps and dating websites. Men can never compete with women. It's just not even possible. So women think that they have all these options here and there. It's like, oh, this guy wants me, this guy wants me. But do you just, ladies, please slow down and think about it. Yeah, he might want to bend you over and bang you. Does he want to have a relationship with you? Does he want to wife you? Does he want to have children with you? Does he want to spend the rest of his life with you? Does he want that? No, I really doubt it, especially if you have a bunch of pictures of you in your bikinis and stuff, bent over, ass out, you know. Yeah, many men will want to do you, but marry you, I really doubt it. And the man that will want to marry a woman like that, it would be a man who's a simp, who has no backbone, that he does what he's told. And unfortunately, there are so many men like this out there. And that's why these modern women, because they see all these men being just simps, they just doormat. right? They have no respect for them, so they just keep walking through these men, stepping over them, wiping their feet, and they think they think that it empowers them in some way, which I think is just very messed up for my liking personally, because mm, it's I would never talk down to my man. I would never disrespect my man ever. No, I would never. I don't even like to disrespect people. I don't know. Even if they want to disrespect, oh, okay, if they disrespect me, I will make their ego disappear. I'd probably make them cry. But but again, like no, I don't like confrontations. I like to keep it to myself. No drama. No social media. That it's a waste of time for me. And and like I said, this TikToks and this all this stuff, and women, modern women, they watch these videos and they see this woman, and she got lucky, and she found herself a man who is rich, and he's generous, and she's loving and caring. They don't know what's going on behind the closed doors. You don't really, people think what they see on the internet. Oh, she's flying private jet, or like she's doing this, or no. Most of the people on the internet lie to you, lie. And that's my point. Like, people watching these, no, but it's mostly, again, mostly modern women that watch this crap and think, okay, well, she's got this and she's got that, and why are you not providing this for me? Because why? I'm better looking than her, and then why are you not providing for me? Whatever happened to just falling in love with the character of a person? Me personally, I don't even care for the looks that much, because looks will vanish in some cases, especially with these modern women and their fillers and all these Botox injections and all this kind of crap that they have in their face. In their 20s, they look like they're 40, in their 40s, and it's not a joke. So, uh, so sometimes people age like this. Some people age like milk. Some people age like fine wine. But the fact is that looks, yes, of course, it's better that you look at your spouse and enjoy the what you see, right? But when you fall in love with someone for their character, you actually look past the looks, right? Of course, but I tell you guys, first impressions are very important. Okay, very, very important. You don't have to be most like the best looking guy in the world. And no, not for Ukrainian women. We know we are better looking than most men. Okay, so it's like we know most of Ukrainian women would be out of your guys' leagues. Okay, that's because we're natural beauties. Okay, we don't need all this fake stuff. Okay, so but the fact is, we really don't care, if you're, I don't know, George Clooney, or you just an average looking guy. As long as you are a good person, as long as you're a good man, as long as you have the best intentions, if you love us, if you show us that all you want is to make us happy. Okay, and that doesn't mean that you need to take us on a private jet. No, that's not what we want. We want someone who is mentally stable, and I will mention it in every single freaking podcast I have, because a lot of men out there, especially in Ukraine, they are not mentally stable. Okay, there's a lot of alcohol. That's why, in Ukraine, Russia, in Slavic countries, it's just, I guess, the thing that people do drink. But then if you go to Europe as well, like you go to Italy, Spain, they drink wine for with lunch, and that's okay. That's what they do. But the thing is that, Slavic men, they tend to, drink and be abusive, and not even necessarily physically, but mentally abusive. When people get drunk, they say stupid stuff, they do things that, and then next day, oh, I'm so sorry, I did this, I didn't mean to, it's just alcohol, but who wants to stay within that kind of relationship, right? So um s- so my point is that Ukrainian women just want somebody who will love, just to be kind, that appreciate us. I know Slavic men don't really appreciate. It's like the modern Western women, they feel entitled that you are supposed to do this for me, you're supposed to pay for this, and you have to pay for that, and you have to do this for me, and then otherwise I don't want to be your woman. If you don't pay for my nails and my hair and my outfits and my spa and this and that, my bills, then I don't want to date you. And that's the same mentality that Eastern European men have. They expect a woman to cook, clean, work, be sex bomb in the bedroom, you know, and they really don't need to do anything. They just need to be there because men are scarce in Ukraine, especially nowadays. So they know they have an upper hand. So I have seen, like as I told you before, guys, I had a classmate in high school last year, like of high school. She was 16, she was already pregnant with the guys, and he was 38 years old. Okay, he was 38, she was 16. He got her pregnant. He was ugly, man, and on their wedding freaking day, okay, he was hitting on me. I was like, ugh. I didn't say anything. I didn't want to start anything. I just blamed it on alcohol and walked out of there. Okay. And I was like, fuck this. Sorry, pardon my French. Well, but and literally 2 months later, he divorced her, dumped her when she was pregnant, and moved on to a 15-year-old one. Okay. So that my point is that, and again, I'm not saying all Eastern European men are like that. No, there's so many of them so nice. More like my grandpa was, But I'm just saying that majority of Slavic men have the entitlement when it comes that women are supposed to cook, clean, satisfy you in the sack, and then be quiet, don't talk back, and then do as, like, if the dinner's not ready by the time the husband comes home, there will be hell to pay. Okay. So that's my point. Like we're just tired. We are just seriously. I know for myself that I just me watching my classmates getting married before I came to Canada. That was when I left. I was almost 18. All my classmates got married. Every single one of them got married before I became 18. Before I left to Canada, they were all married. Two of them were already divorced. Two were already divorced because the husbands were garbage. Okay, they just cheated, and that was it. So that's my point. That's why Ukrainian women are tired of Ukrainian men, and that's why we want Western men, because we see how modern Western women, you know, uh, mistreat you guys, and we want to show you love. We want to show you the good life, that the peace that you deserve, the love, the care, the homemade meals every day. That's how I was raised. That's what I was trained to do. I guess it wasn't that train. No, it was no training, but I just watched my grandma, my mom, my auntie take care of their men, always dinner ready, always having dinners together. We always had dinners together. And even up until this day, me and my man, we always have dinners together. No matter what, he doesn't eat by himself unless, if he needs to have a little snack, during lunchtime or whatnot. But we always eat together. I don't eat without him. He doesn't eat without me. So, because we're already kind of like a family, right? So it's very important for us in our culture is to eat together, to have dinners together. So I love cooking for him. That the best time of my days. I know he's on his way from work and I'm cooking dinner. Well, no, of course, the best part is after, yes. But That's where I get excited, because I every time he eats my food and he's so happy to taste it, and he's like, "Oh my God, you spoil me," and I'm like, I don't consider it spoiling. I just do this because I love you, right? And that's what I want for everybody. I wish, if people only understood the what is energy in this world, that the world would be such a better place, because love conquers anything, anything. You know, Nothing can compare to love. And you might think you need the money. That's all you need to be happy. It's not, because I learned that the more money you have, the more money you want, and it's never ending story. And for me, happiness, first of all, it comes from within. Yes, money helps, of course, yes, but without having that someone special in your life that loves you no matter what, whether you just woke up and your hair is all over the place, you haven't brushed your teeth or whatever, and it's like you just looking like mm, like a bum, and they still love you and they care about you, and they all they want is to keep you happy and make you smile. That's Don't you guys want that? I mean, I've wanted it, and that's why I never got married. That's why I didn't have kids with anyone, because I didn't want to make a mistake like my mom did, married the wrong man. um but I guess she married the wrong man, and here I am, right? So I guess I turned out to be a beautiful mistake. But anyway, so the point is, you guys, that like Ukrainian women, we just, and it's not just Ukrainian, Slavic women. There's so many Russian women. There's so many good women out there, and I'm not saying that all of them are 100% angels. No, there are degenerates in every race, every both genders, because and um nationality. It doesn't matter where you come from. There are always going to be good people and bad people. Without bad, we would not know what the good is. And what I keep saying, that the energy is, I know that no matter how bad my day is, and once I see my man, that's all of it just washes away. Like, I have no stress. As soon as I see him, as soon as I hear his voice, as soon as I know he's on the way, like, I can have like the most stressful day and be crying all day. And as soon as he walks through the door, it's like all the worries are gone. He's here. That's it. And I want this for everyone. And I like, and when he comes home, also, like, and he has a stressful job. Yes, so he's actually got two jobs, so it's a lot of work that he's doing is constantly, and of course, hiccups here and there. Then all he wants to do is come home and get a hug from me, and he's at peace. He's happy. So that's I want everyone to have this, and I'm pretty sure that you guys will find the one for you with us. Just give it a chance. Like I said, it doesn't cost you anything. You can try it out for free for a month. See, like I said, and also, uh, we can work on your dating skills. Ask me questions. If you want to know anything, how to impress a Ukrainian woman. Well, honestly, how to impress a Ukrainian woman. You go on a first date, you bring her a beautiful flower, at least one. I said before that it has to be uneven number of, because Ukrainian women are very superstitious. Not me, but most women are, yes, very superstitious. So even numbers are only for funerals. Remember that. Remember that, because that will screw up your date if you show up with four roses instead of three. Oh, she will be, no, let's not go on a date. Let's go. Let's reschedule. This is not good. That's a bad sign. Okay, so, and yeah, I know it's funny. It's funny to me, but that's what it is. So bring a beautiful, some flowers, nothing fancy. Roses is a yes to all women. no matter what woman it is. But try and find out what kind of flowers she likes. Okay, be kind of, be sneaky about it to ask her questions. Just make it a surprise. So she will be so happy. Open the door for her. Yes. Um, if you show her you the gentleman, you will see a lady, ladylike um behavior, of course. Well, Ukrainian women, like I said, we're very warm and loving and nurturing and caring, very warm. Okay, let's see. So yeah, dress nice. Okay, you don't have to wear a suit or like nothing. Not don't have to have a brand name clothes. None of that matters. Make sure the clothes is ironed. Okay, no wrinkly stuff. Okay, don't wear s- like sports tracksuit. Ukrainian men like to do that. Don't do that. Don't wear like khakis, jeans. Be business casual. My suggestion. That's what I would like to see on the first date. So make sure your hands, cut your nails, cut your nails. Okay, no woman on the planet likes men with long nails. It's disgusting, you guys. Disgusting. Cut your freaking nails. I can't stress this enough. You have no idea how much women dislike men with long nails. And I don't know what it is with the men in the West here. That some of them, they have the nails long. I don't know why. What's the point of it? Digging up the nose, up somewhere else. Don't do it. Just cut them. Please make sure they're nice and clean. Just get all the dirt from under the nails. Make sure your shoes are clean. And it's not just Ukrainian women, it's any woman. Any woman, if you show up to a date, doesn't matter how much money you have, how nice you are, how kind you are, how funny you are, how smart you are, if you show up looking like a bum, it just only shows that you do not give a crap. You didn't care about impressing her. You didn't care about uh, looking decent, for a date. You look like a slob. That just shows that this is how you are in life, that what the things that are important, you kind of like brush it off, whatever, who cares? If she likes me, she likes me. But you still have to go a little bit out of your ways to impress the lady, right? You don't want her showing up in sweats and I don't know, like dirty hair, and I don't know about makeup. Some women look good without makeup, so that's not. But you wouldn't want her to show up just wearing pajamas, right? So the same thing goes for you. You don't have to have a Versace suit or Gucci suit or Armani suit. Something simple, clean t-shirt, clean shoes, khakis, jeans, maybe a blazer, whatever. Depends on the weather. If it's hot, of course, wear sandals, whatever, right? Be decent. Make sure you take a good shower. You don't stink. Stinky people. Okay, personal hygiene is very important for Ukrainian women. It should be important for everyone, but Ukrainian women, we take care of ourselves. Okay, we always make sure that everything is nice and neat, clean clothes, clean shoes, nails done. And like I see my nails. I don't like these fake nails, but they're always nice and neat and clean. I don't have any dirt. So that's how we want to see a man, that we want to see that you put some kind of effort to impress us. You don't have to impress with fancy stuff, but you have to show the effort. Okay, because I understand some men have no sense of style. Okay, I know some men that if you gave them a good haircut, groom them very well, just nice decent haircut, and put the clothes that fit them, that goes with the body type that they have, they would go from 2 to a 6, like this. And I'm here, guys. You can ask me questions. I have a very good taste in fashion. I actually want to be a fashion designer at one point, but not anymore. But okay, let's see. Do. Okay, a woman must retain her value to earn high quality men. Well, yes, of course, of course. And especially a woman that is older. Yeah, like when you're younger, you still have, your more eggs and whatnot, so it's easier. Yeah, and high quality man would, of course, especially with modern women, probably would want someone younger who hasn't been, ran through, or the experienced and stuff like this, right? So that's understandable. So I mean, yeah, you have to love yourself and take care of yourself. And if you don't love yourself, who will? Anyway, let's see what else is. If you bring an even amount of flowers, she's going. Yeah, exactly. That exactly. Yeah, who's exactly? Like, man, please, always uneven. Just one flower is good. One beautiful rose. That's it. Give her compliments. Say that her hair looks nice or she looks beautiful. Not like, oh god damn. Like, don't pull that stuff. That works for Western women, not Ukrainian. Always be a gentleman towards everyone. Exactly, be a gentleman. Your behavior must be authentic. Exactly. See, my grandpa, he was always a gentleman, and I watched him. He was always respectful of everyone. Even though he was the director of the stadium, he was very well known in our city. Everybody paid respects to him. And my grandma, because they were kind of a power couple in my city. Um, but he always treated everyone with respect. And what Ukrainian women, what we like to see, not or obviously not on the first date, but while getting to know you, we want to see how you treat your parents, how if you have kids, how you treat your kids, how you treat a waiter at the restaurant, okay? Because you can be very nice to a person, like one person, but if you are a jerk to everyone else, we wouldn't want you either, because we want someone who's kind, okay? Not just good, just to keep up an image, oh yes, I'm rich and I'm that, and so I'll pretend that I'm nice. But yeah, we don't like nice guys, we like kind men, okay? And not guys, we don't like boys, we want gentlemen, because we are ladies. And like I said, not all Ukrainian women are good. And but I'm telling you, we don't have gangs and gold diggers on match guarantee. All our women are vetted. I keep saying that, and like I said, just give it a try. Like, try it out. You don't like it, move on. Go back to Tinder. Really makes no difference to me. I'm here to tell you what we have here for you guys, and it's up to you. You want to try it out or not? It's fine. I'm not here to force anybody to do anything, right? My nails grow very fast. Well, do you have a minute a day to cut them? Like, even if they grow very fast, and every other day, my nails grow super fast. To be honest with you, hair and nails, because I like short hair, but my man likes long hair, so I'm growing it for him. I don't want it for myself, but yeah, no, my nails grow so fast. I always cutting them because I just don't like it. Yoga outfit, no makeup, and hop on the back of my bike. Exactly. Oh my god, you got a bike. That's nice. Hi, Steen. Yes, yoga. Like, I've always said, first date should be just very something simple: coffee, tea. I don't know, a smoothie, bubble tea. Uh, Go for a walk. If you're near the beach, go to the beach. If you're near, I don't know, the mountains, go for a hike. Well, probably wouldn't suggest going for a hike on the first date. Well, Ukrainian women, we like to hike and all this stuff. We like outdoorsy stuff. But I don't know. I guess if you're just meeting someone off Tinder, I probably wouldn't recommend going hiking on the first date. Nope. I would not. I would probably pick a bear in this case, because you don't know these people. Like, I've heard some crazy stories about people hooking up on on these apps and then end up being found in the ditch somewhere is crazy. So yeah, online dating these days is crazy. It's insane. It's insane. I'm glad I'm all set. To be honest with you, I don't even know where I would like. I wanted to meet my man in person, but I guess I would. I don't even know. Like I said, I was done. I was done with dating. I was like, okay, that's enough for me. I've had enough of disappointments in my life, but now it's like I said, all it takes is one person that is was meant for you, and you will see how your life will change. Like I honestly, I thought my life was the end of my life. I didn't want to live anymore. I was like, ugh, what's the point? Just disappointment after disappointment, and I'm glad that I hung in there. Anyway, I'll take a bath or at least twice a month, whether I need. Rest of the time I take showers. You know what? Honestly, Bill, you're not even supposed to shower every day. I don't. Okay. I mean, I rinse myself, but I don't use soap every day because it's not good for you. Okay. It's not good to wash off oils all the time, and definitely not wash your hair every day. It's not good. Um, but yeah, rinse yourself off, and then again, uh, I just like to be clean all the time. So I don't know. And also what you eat, what people don't understand when they think, oh, I stink. The reason why people, when they sweat, they stink is because of what kind of food, what they put in their body. Okay. So if you're going to eat a lot of garlic, you better believe that you're going to smell after a while, a few hours later, if you ate a lot of garlic, you're gonna be sweating. You're gonna smell like garlic. If you eat a lot of bacon, you're gonna smell like bacon. Okay, well, not really like bacon, more like a pig. But that's my point, right? So, but yes, taking showers. At least take a shower before before you go on a date, right? Deodorants. You don't really need to put cologne on, but if you have a very good cologne, I say yes to a cologne. Yes. But at the same time, once you find the right person, they will smell right to you. The pheromones on when you find the right mate, right? It just physically, just physically, not on any other level. They smell good to you. Their sense smells good to you. So anyway, okay, let's see. Women in US. Okay. Okay. A man constantly develop himself without ceasing. A man must do the hard work. Life is a trial and test, accept the fact and develop resiliency. Yeah, that's the thing, men work hard on, because it's not easy for men. Like women nowadays, they want a man who has everything, right? They want a man who's already established in life, that has a good career, making certain amount of money, has needs to have a house and a car and know what he wants and blah blah blah. But the modern women think that they just roll into onto that. It takes years for a man to become a high value man. Okay, so yeah, I mean, yes, men have to work hard, a lot harder than women. Women don't really have to work hard. All women really need to do is take care of themselves, stay in good shape, know when to shut up. Okay, and that's a fact. Okay, women need to know when to put a sock in it, especially modern women, because no man wants to pay the bills, be the provider, be the protector, and come home to listen to a woman yap and nag for no freaking reason. You didn't put this glass back in the cupboard. Meh, 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 meh. It's like, woman, I'm paying for everything. You sitting on your ass doing nothing. What? what do you got to complain about? Me not putting a glass in the right cupboard, and that happens a lot in, I don't know, modern dating these days. Is like women just, in modern women always trying to find, always on the search for the next best thing, next man who's got more money, what, you know, this kind of stuff. And I understand Western men are just fed up with this. Like, I mean, if I was the guy, I'd definitely go overseas to find a woman for me. And I'm not saying it because I find Eastern women better looking, but it's just the amount of nonsense you got to deal with. Modern, okay? Don't put words in my mouth. Modern Western women. Modern, okay? Garlic keeps the vampires away. That's what I say, Bill. Actually, I'm gonna be a vampire. I'm gonna be Dracula's mistress, not mistress, bride. Yes, because my man wants to be Dracula. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Well, anyway, you guys, I did go a little bit overboard again because I was a little bit late again. Not my fault, but it doesn't matter whose fault it was. It was technical difficulties, which we managed to figure out. That's how relationships should be. Instead of panicking, or something went wrong, instead of panicking and that's it, screw it, I'm moving on. Sit down and talk and come up with a solution. Instead of people just moving on too fast these days. Okay, well, he didn't buy me this ring, so I'm gonna go find someone who will buy me that ring. Is it really all you want, modern women? That's all you care about, is a big wedding and a big ring? Now I see that a lot of modern women want the wedding, but not the marriage. Okay, they want this big wedding, look at this and look at that, but then a year later they get divorced. I'm not happy with my marriage. My man is not making me happy. It's like nobody's responsible for your happiness. It's only you, and it's not just women, it's men too. Nobody is responsible for your own happiness. It's you. It's your choice. You choose what to be happy about. You choose to be happy that you're healthy, then then good for you, because that's what makes me happy, that I'm healthy. It's not about how much money I have or don't have, or whatever it is that, or what dress or what shoes I have. That those things don't matter to me, because those things are replaceable. Health is not. Okay? So I tell you, and I will tell all of you guys, so money, yes, good thing to have, but the more money you have, the more problems you have. You don't know who loves you for you, who cares about you for you. Some people might interject themselves in your life because you have money and because they want to use you. So to me, you can be the richest man on the planet, but do you know how much headache I can only imagine, like, being somebody like Elon Musk. He has to have bodyguards. He has to. It's insane. Like, to me, I want to live a low key, happy life where I have whatever food I want. It's in the fridge for me to cook. The bills are paid. Um, Roof over my head. I'm healthy. That's my happiness. That's all I need to be happy. Okay? And some humor. Yeah. Watch some funny movie, watch some funny animal videos. Sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit down, I don't need my man to cheer me up. I mean, he always does, but if he's not here and I'm just having a poopy day, I'll put a funny video on, put some cartoons that I like. I watch that, I laugh, and I'm back to, just go for a swim or go for a bike ride, and all this darkness goes away, because I choose to be happy, because people don't understand we have one life to live. Okay? and they worry about, oh, what's the next best thing. Oh, look at my neighbor, he's got this car. Or "Oh, look at my coworker, she's making more money than I'm." It's like, stop it, stop it. Find someone to love and that loves you for you. Start a family. If you can't have kids, get dogs, get cats, I don't know, a parrot, and travel together, cook together, laugh together, go on dates, go camping if you like it, go on the ocean, do stuff together that makes you happy, not buying, this ring or that ring. Just, I don't know, to me, I would much rather, if my man wanted to buy me a ring, I would tell him no. I already told him no. If he ever wants to buy a ring, it's gonna be just a plain wedding band or whatnot. If we decide to one of these days to get married. Um, so far everything's going great. There's no need to fix something that is not broken. So I'm good in that sense. For me, I would much rather use that money to go on a very long vacation, having a nice honeymoon instead of me having the ring. I honestly don't even like jewelry. I just don't. Useless stuff like just jiggling. I like this though, but this, I don't know. Where you want to go? This is a rose. Anyway, okay, so let's see a few. Okay, a couple more. Okay, I speak of high quality, not high value. That's right, big difference. Polar opposites, really. A high quality man has morals, values, and principles. Exactly. You know, it's to me, it's always about quality over quantity. Some people always want to have so many people in their lives because they think the more friends they have, the better it is. But no, I have three friends, and one of them is my man, three best friends. So two other best friends, and that's it. I That's it, because those are the quality friends they've been my friends throughout years. So yeah, I don't need more friends. I don't need more of anything, honestly. And that's how Ukrainian women. Once we're happy. We just like once we settle and we start a family and we have all this. We work together as a unit. We work together as a couple, and where you're lacking something, I pick up the slack. Where I'm lacking something, he picks up the slack. That's how it works. That's how it's supposed to be. That's what the relationship is. A healthy relationship is constant work. Okay, work. You can't just sit on your ass, do nothing, and expect everything to be okay. Okay, it's like same kind of thing as like you plant a flower, right? You want it to bloom, you have to water it, you have to keep it in the sun, or you if that plant needs to be away from the sun, you keep it in the shade, you fluff the soil, you put you know vitamins in it, and plant food and stuff. You have to nourish it. You can't just put it there, here you grow. It does not work. You need to do you need to constantly communicate with each other. If you have some issues, if there's something that's on your mind, you need to be able to talk to your spouse, to your husband or your wife, and be okay with honest truth, the brutal truth. Okay, so that's my point. It's always hard work. And yeah, I mean, it has ruined that social media is ruining more and more people. And like I said, that ladies that we have here, first of all, they're not not young girls like we like on these Tinders and stuff. Even on Tinders, older ladies there, and women with us, that they just want happy, steady, quiet life. No showing off, none of that. Just healthy, happy, quiet, low key. That's how we are. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna play the last video because I have to go. I am again over. Yes, overtime. I'm not supposed to, but anyway, thank you so much for being here, you guys. I really appreciate you listening to me. Um, okay, let me play the video.
This channel is designed to help you with this colossal decision that you are entertaining, looking at, which is, hey, I know you're done with dating in the West. Let's not even go there. Old story. But the question you're asking yourself is, are pastures possibly greener elsewhere on this beautiful planet of ours? Yes, the answer is yes. How do I know? I was in your very shoes, just a number of years ago. Now I'm happily married to my soulmate, my best friend, and we have 2 beautiful daughters, and life couldn't be better. But you gotta play your cards right, as anything in life. There's a few paths to success, and the rest of them are paths to failure. So to join for 30 days and do unlimited video dating for free, all you do is fill out the form in the description below this video, and Bob's your uncle. You can date them, traditional women, for 30 days on video right here, completely free, no obligation, no credit card, no nothing. The other thing that you really want to check out is, if you're wondering, how do women rate you? First, Western women. What's your SMV, your sexual market value score? Your score from 1 to 10. How do Slavic women, traditional women, rate you? Is it any different? Here's a tip. Most guys get between a 1 to 3 point bump in their score from Western to Slavic. Why? Because they're traditional values. Now, the caveat here is if you're a serious guy, right? You're looking for love and marriage. If you're looking at play in the field, well, no, your SMV will go down. Then you can calculate your probability of marriage with a Slavic woman. And finally, you can calculate your maximum realistic, keyword, realistic age gap with a Slavic woman. All of those are on my calculator, yoursmv.com. Thanks very much. Please subscribe to the channel, share the videos, and share the love.
Okay, guys, thank you again. I really appreciate you always come and support me. At first, I was a little nervous because I was all by myself in the beginning of podcasts. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me and keeping me company. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you again. Please follow our videos and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, guys. Bye.